good to go? All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Facebook and Instagram this morning. We're on Victory Field, Mystic Fitness, 9 a.m. flow. A couple of announcements. So this is our last week outdoors on Victory Field, so join us if you can. This is the last week again that our 9 a.m.s will be outdoors. So starting on Saturday, this coming Saturday, Halloween, our 9 a.m. is indoors, also live streamed, and all the 9 a.m.s will be indoors from that point forward. Our last outdoor class is on Saturday, Halloween at 4 p.m. with me, Michelle. So if you can come out, so far the weather looks fantastic. Join us for our last outdoor class here on Victory Field. And free candy, yes. Amy will be bringing free Halloween candy, so you get a treat if you come flow with us outside. All right, so we'll get started. Let's just start in a comfortable seated position this morning. I'm sitting up on a block, so you may opt to do that. It allows your hips to be a bit more open so that the knees are falling below the level of the hips. You can choose any seated position that works for you. So a simple cross-legged pose, easy pose, as I'm in, or anything else, hero's pose, perhaps. And just start by sitting up nice and tall, maybe just rocking a little bit side to side. And just opening up the body a little bit before we settle into some stillness for a quick meditation. And as you begin to settle, just inhale, lift the shoulders up nice and high. Exhale, roll them down. Inhale, lift nice and high. Exhale, roll them down. One more time. Big breath in, lift them up. And exhale, roll them down. You feel that slight pinch between the shoulder blades. And then just check in, are your ears stacked above your shoulders, shoulders above your hips. And again, sit up nice and tall. You can just rest your hands gently on your lap here and close your eyes. And together we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. Again, drawing breath in, filling the belly, filling the chest. And exhaling completely. And again, filling up the whole upper body with breath. Feeling that collarbone lift even. And then exhaling completely. And then just sitting here in stillness and quiet. Taking in the sounds and the smells that surround you. And just noticing what thoughts are popping in and out of your mind. And just a gentle reminder that as thoughts do come in, we acknowledge them but let them pass quickly. Trying not to hold on to any of those. It's a beautiful thing to be able to let go. That's what I love the most about yoga, is when I'm on my mat, everything else just kind of evaporates for me. So see if you can allow those thoughts to just evaporate, and they'll come back to you later. And let's gently bring our hands to heart center. And again, just restacking those joints. If you're started to slouch at all, sit up nice and tall. And quietly set an intention for your practice. If you don't have an intention for yourself this morning, maybe just sending out some good juju to someone that needs a little extra care or attention today. And we'll open up practice using the sound of Om. We'll take a cleansing breath first. Big breath in through the nose. And sigh it out. And together we breathe in. your eyes to float open. And big breath in. Let's sweep those arms up nice and high. As you exhale, let's twist to the right. Just open it up. Inhale, sweep it up nice and high. And as you exhale, open it up to the left. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale and twist. Again, breathing in. And exhale to the left. Let's take one more set. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Let's draw our hands all the way up, but then release them behind our back. Interlace your fingers if you can. And stretch those arms back behind you, opening up chest and shoulders. We're going to bring our fist that we've made over to the right hip. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to stretch out the neck by bringing right ear over to right shoulder. Drawing breath in and out. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly roll your chin down towards your chest. Taking one more breath here. And gently lifting your head back up. Reach those arms back behind you. Take that fist over to your left hip this time. Get as tall as you can. Big breath in. And left ear, left shoulder. Feeling that beautiful stretch through the neck. And then gently rolling your chin down towards your chest. One more deep breath in and out. Head will come all the way back up. Reach those arms high. And then as you exhale, you'll bring them down. In front of you, we're going to transition to tabletop pose, hands and knees. And in your tabletop pose, we'll take some cow and cat stretches. So as you breathe in, drop your belly, lift your head, lift your tail. And as you exhale, tuck and round, chin to chest, press away from you. Again, drawing breath in, drop the belly, raise the head and tail, even draw the hands back towards you. They don't actually move. And then as you exhale, round. And we'll take one more inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and bring that right leg back behind us. Keep the toes on the ground for now. And you'll gently kind of rock back and forth here to open up the back of the leg. And then as you feel ready, maybe holding it still as you try to press that heel down, stretching the back of that calf. Feels so good. And hold here for a breath or two. And then gently kickstand that left foot out. Roll on to the inside edge of that right foot and reach that right arm up. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach that right arm over your head. Try to dig into the outer edge of that right foot if you can, lengthening from that foot all the way to the fingertips. One more breath in and out. If you can, go ahead and float that right leg up now. This is a side plank, modified version. And take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring elbow and knee together. Inhale and kick it out. Exhale, elbow and knee. We're going to take 3 more. Last one. Lengthen it out and gently make your way back to your tabletop pose. You can rock those hips out side to side. And we'll take that same thing on the left. So left foot kicks back here. Gentle rocking forward and back. When you feel ready, you can find some stillness by pressing that heel towards the earth, pressing your hands towards the front of your mat. Feeling that stretch for a breath or two. And then coming back up over the wrist, you're going to kickstand that right foot out and leaving that left foot down, warrior 2 foot. you're going to reach that left arm to the sky. So try to find that digging into the outside edge of the left foot, breathing in, and exhale, reach over your head. Full body side stretch here. One more big breath in. Exhale and reach. Now if you can, go ahead and float that left leg up. It's a lot easier if that right foot is kickstanded behind you. Big breath in. Exhale, bringing knee and elbow together. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale and curl. 2 more, breath in and out. Last one. All right. Gently release all the way back to your table. You can rock those hips out side to side. When you're ready, we're all going to meet in down dog. So you'll tuck your toes, press those hips all the way up and back, and start to walk it out. In your down dog, you just want to take a moment to notice the sensations in the body here. So down dog is definitely one of those poses that will tell you a lot about how you're feeling, right? It is considered a resting pose. So anytime you come back to downward dog, feel free to stay there, take a few extra breaths. Okay, you can always take any other resting posture too as we flow. Child's pose is another great option. But always take your time and practice at your own pace. We're going to continue to move out here. It's a little bit chilly this morning and we're getting a little bit of spitting rain, so I'm going to keep these beautiful yogis behind me as warm as I can today. So as you're ready, you're going to bend your knees and look at your hands. Step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, find a halfway lift nice and long through the spine. Exhale and forward fold. Big breath in, sweep it all the way up and reach. And exhale, soften the knees to bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Big breath in, sweep it all the way up and reach. Exhale, soften those knees as you bow. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and bow. Inhale, sweep it all the way up and reach. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to ragdoll. Separate your feet, at least hips width, maybe wider. Wrapping arms around your head, you can gently shake yourself out side to side here. Maybe even shake your head yes and no. Making sure that your knees are nice and soft so that you're not tugging on the back of the legs, pulling on the hamstrings, even pulling on the lower back. So bending the knees, maybe even resting the belly on your thighs. And let's take a very gentle twist here. So I'm going to have you bend into the left knee, bring your forehead towards your left knee, and then bring your hands in front of that left foot. Lengthen a little bit as you reach that right arm up. So try to create some length from the tailbone to the crown of the head as you open in a gentle twist. Big breath in. Exhale and open. One more breath. As you exhale, release. We're going to take those hands over in front of the right foot. Bend that right knee. Keep some length here as you reach that left arm high. Big breath in. Exhale and twist. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. And as you exhale, release. Bring those big toes back together, or feet can be up to hips width. Sweep it all the way up. Big breath in. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank pose. In your plank pose, feel free to drop the knees to modify, okay? You can keep them lifted if you feel nice and strong today. And then just pull the belly in. Feel nice and strong. That belly button's pulled right up to the spine. Roll slightly forward on the toes. As you exhale, chaturanga, maybe just halfway down. Maybe you come all the way down to the mat. Choosing cobra or upward facing dog. And tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Walk it out, breathing in and out. We can take a quick alignment check here of our plank pose. So roll forward and find that nice strong plank. One big breath in, and as you exhale, find downward dog. Let's try that again. Inhale, roll forward, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. Trying not to move your hands and your feet too much in between those two postures. Let's inhale, lift that right leg up nice and high. You can rock out the ankle, point and flex. You can bend the knee and stack the hip. Flex that flying foot as if you're trying to kick something behind you. Maybe look over left shoulder to find that flying leg. And then as you inhale, bring that leg back to center, toes point towards the earth. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, kick it high. Exhale, knee to nose. And again, inhale, lift it high. Exhale, knee to nose, runner's lunge. So in your runner's lunge, I'm going to have you grab blocks if you have them. Bring them underneath the hands at any height. So maybe the high height to start if you're not quite open. So we're coming into our hips now. This is a beautiful stretch for that left hip. Press your heart forward as you breathe in. And as you exhale, press back and straighten. I want you to keep your length through your spine though. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press it back. Keeping that spine long, belly pulled in. Again, inhale and exhale. Twice more, breath in and out. Last one. We're going to hold this time with our straight legs. And look at the edge of your mat, long spine. If you have room to hinge at the hip, you can certainly take it a little deeper. The motion here of the hips is that right hip is pulling back, left hip pulling forward, trying to square those. Drawing breath in. Exhale. Gently make your way back to that runner's lunge. Pull your belly in, soften the back knee, and come all the way up to crescent. Shoulders nice and square, hips nice and square to the front. Big breath in. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, sweep it up nice and high. Exhale, hands come down around the foot. You're going to sweep that right leg all the way back up and gently land in your down dog. Walk it out. Big breath in and long breath out. Let's try that on the other side. Left leg is going to fly. Maybe point and flex. Roll the ankle. Maybe bend the knee. Open up the hip. Flex that left foot. As you kick behind you, maybe look for that flying leg over right shoulder. It's just as important to press down through that right heel. You're stretching the back of that right leg. Bring that left leg back into center, toes point towards the earth. As you exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, but runner's lunge. Plant that foot down and find your blocks. So just take a few moments here just to feel this lunge. You can feel the stretch in the front of that right hip. Anytime we're lunging, we're opening up the hips. Heart presses forward. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, shift those hips back. Again, keeping that spine long as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale and straighten. 2 more, breath in and out. Last one. And we're going to hold here in our straight leg, not locked, but straight front leg. Take a deep breath in. If you have more room to hinge from the hips, keeping them square towards the front, you'll fold a little bit forward. Again, keeping your gaze at the front of the mat. In breath and out breath. Gently make your way back into that lunge. Pull your belly in, soften the back knee, and press yourself all the way up, crescent lunge. So anytime you land in a posture, especially one that requires balance like crescent, just make sure you take the time to separate the feet, feel nice and sturdy through the foundation before we start our twists. Big breath in. Exhale, open it up to the left. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Big breath in. And exhale, twist. We'll take 2 more. Breath in. And out. Last one. And exhale. Sweep it up. Big breath in. And hands come down as you exhale. Sweep that left leg back and land in your downward facing dog. Walk it out. Inhale and exhale. Let's take it through sun salutation. Bend your knees, look to your hands, and step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step it back to your high push-up and flow through vinyasa, chaturanga on your exhale, up dog on your in-breath, and down dog on your out-breath. Inhale here, and exhale. Fly that right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Pull it through. We're coming up to warrior one. So drop that back heel down and pull your heart and arms up. Big breath in and out. So you want to try to square your hips towards the front as much as you can. They're never totally square in warrior one, at least not for me. But the goal is, again, that you're pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. So as long as you're feeling that here. Reach those arms up. Big breath in. As you exhale, fly the arms behind you. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fly them back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, and back. 2 more. Breath in. And breath out. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bring those arms up. Breath in. Open it up. Warrior two. Breath out. So warrior two. Here we are. That hip is nice and open now on the right side. You should be able to see that right big toe peeking out. As you inhale, straighten that front leg and sweep up. As you exhale, warrior two. Inhale, sweep and straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Big breath in, sweep up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, warrior two. This time, inhale, sweep and straighten. We're going to reverse our triangle here. So reach back, bring that left arm behind your back, bind it. Reach up with that right arm. Inhale. Exhale. Can you find any more stretch through that right side? Big breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Keeping those legs straight now. I'm going to have you bring that right hand behind your head, and you can bring that left arm to your hip for now, okay? You're going to come into triangle pose unassisted. So often when we come into triangle pose, we have the hand down, which you can certainly do, but let's try unassisted first. So you're going to lean forward with that elbow as far as you can, and then tilt your body for triangle, maybe releasing that left arm up to the sky. As if you're shooting a little bow and arrow. It's forcing you to use the core strength to keep yourself in this position. If you need a little assistance, it's okay to bring that hand down, either to the lower leg or to a block. One more breath here. Bring your gaze down to the sky and bring that right hand down if you haven't already. Left hand comes to your hip. We're coming right into our balancing half moon from here. So maybe grabbing your block, if you like to have a block underneath that right hand. Make sure you're looking down at the ground as you shift forward. Bring that block to the outside of that right foot and stack the hips open. That flying leg is about hip height. The toes are pointing away from your body. And then if you feel ready to lift that left arm up, or maybe even shift your gaze up to that flying hand, you can do that. Big breath in and out. One more breath here. And out. Gently land in your warrior. 2. Beautiful job. Flip that front palm, inhale in reverse. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Sweep your left leg back, leave it lifted. Let's try a 3-limbed vinyasa here. In breath to your high push-up on 3 limbs. Chaturanga on 3 limbs. 2 feet down for up dog. And downward facing dog. Walk it out. Big breath in. And a long breath out. Let's fly that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, knee to nose, runner's lunge. So runner's lunge to warrior 1. Drop that back heel down. And as you're ready, sweep heart and arms up. And again, just take a moment in your warrior 1 just to level the hips. Try to square them a bit to the front. Maybe widen the stance. So warrior 1, we say heel to heel alignment. Doesn't work for everybody. You might need a wider stance here. And then arms come back up. Nice, powerful, strong warrior. Big breath in. As you exhale, let's fly the arms back. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fly them back. 3 more. Inhale. Little back bending if you can as you come up. Last 2. Reach up and back. Last 1. This time, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, you're opening up, warrior 2. And again, just checking in with the hips. Making sure that left knee now is pulling open. Big toe is visible. And then we'll straighten that front leg as we breathe in and sweep our arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, warrior 2. 3 more. Exhale. Last 2. Last 1. So this time, sweep up. And we're going to come into that unassisted triangle. Maybe right hand to your hip for now. Left hand comes behind your head. No pressure on the neck. Nice and tall here as we prepare for triangle pose. Feel free to shorten your stance a little if you need to. Reach forward with the elbow and then tilt your body. Maybe bring that right arm up to the sky. Again, like you're shooting a bow and arrow. Pull the belly in. Open the heart towards the sky. Big breath in and out. Feel free to support yourself with that left hand, either on a block or the lower leg if that feels better for you. 1 more breath and out. Right hand's going to come back to your hip. Release that left hand down. Bring your gaze down. getting ready for our balancing half moon. So again, maybe the block is in your hand or maybe it's waiting for you. Press off. Block comes to the outside of that left big toe, quite a bit forward, as you stack the hips and begin to open them. I always look at this posture as little bits and pieces, right? So if you're feeling unsteady, you can always bend that flying leg, take some balance out. Leave that right hand on your hip, that also takes some balance out. And then once you feel nice and strong there, then straighten the leg. Then maybe fly that right arm. And the last piece of the puzzle is the gaze. You can try to shift your gaze up. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more breath. And exhale. As you're ready, gently make that transition as quietly as you can to warrior two. Settle here. Flip that front palm. Inhale in reverse. Exhale in cartwheel. Come all the way down. We're taking that three-limbed vinyasa, so you're going to leave that left leg high. Float to your high push-up, 3 limbs. Chaturanga, 3 limbs. 2 feet down, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Long breath in and a long breath out. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, look to your hands, and step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow forward. Big breath in, sweep all the way up. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, stepping through a vinyasa, or you can land right in your downward facing dog. From your downward, inhale that right leg nice and high. As you exhale, bring knee to your nose. Inhale, kick it high. As you exhale, bring it through runner's lunge. This time coming up to crescent. So crescent lunge here. Nice and strong. We're going to take some knee dips and then we're going to fly into our warrior 3. So let's keep our arms up for now. As we drop our knee, we're going to exhale, drop that back knee, goalpost arms or cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale and lower. 2 more. Breath in and breath out. Last one. Inhale, bring the arms up. Your choice. You can have steeple fingers, so bringing your hands together but releasing your index fingers. You're going to squeeze your ears tight. Other option is hands at heart center. Okay? Softly begin to bend that back knee and press off. And when you come up, maybe it's only an inch or 2 off the ground until you feel strong and sturdy. And then you try to get yourself parallel. Again, hands can be at heart center or flying behind you is another option. You just want to make sure that your heart is facing the floor. So it's a little different than airplane. Our heart is not lifted in warrior 3. Big breath in and a long breath out. Gently land back in your crescent lunge. If you're not in prayer hands, I'm going to have you bring prayer hands to your heart. We're going to twist this out. Big breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. You can leave your chest lifted. You can hook the elbow. You can drop the back knee down. If that back knee is down, you can drop also or untuck the toes, top of the foot to the floor. Use the leverage of that elbow to twist. Pull the belly away from your thigh. Draw a breath in. Twist as you breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Maybe open up the arms for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. All right, gently bring that right hand down. We're in runner's lunge here. I'm going to have you sweep that right leg back to stack it on top of the left side plank. Lift those hips up if you can. If you want to modify, you can always drop that left knee down as we did in the beginning of practice. If you want to make it harder, you can lift that top leg up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down, high push-up, flow through vinyasa. Landing in your down dog. Big breath in and a long breath out. Take one extra breath here in down dog because I need to remove my socks. And let's take that on the left. Left leg sweeps up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it high. Exhale, runner's lunge. So we're coming right up to crescent. So separate those feet at least hips width. Maybe soften the back knee slightly. Find your focus in front of you. Big breath in. As you exhale, that back knee comes down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Choose your arm variation for warrior 3. Again, steeple hands above you, squeezing those ears. Maybe prayer hands. Soften the back knee to come up. Again, maybe it's just an inch or 2 as you find that balance. And then start to hinge from the hip. Leg is about hip height. You're parallel to the earth if you can be. You could also fly the arms back behind you. Breathe. Squeeze that right glute hard. Whenever you're lifting a leg, you want to squeeze that glute to lift it higher. Big breath in. Long breath out. Landing when you're ready. Crescent lunge. We'll all meet with hands in prayer. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen. And then as you exhale, twist. Prayer hands can stay here, upright. You can also hook that elbow, right elbow to the outside of left thigh. Maybe drop that back knee down and bring the top of the foot to the floor there. Use the leverage to pull the belly away from the thigh. Big breath in. Exhale and twist. Maybe incorporate the neck, look to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Maybe use the last 2 breaths to open up the arms. You'll gently make your way back to that runner's lunge. So 2 hands around that front foot. Pick up the back knee if it's dropped. And we're going to stack our legs. Side plank here. Wrist under the shoulder. Sweep that left arm high. Maybe drop the right knee down to modify. Or make it a little harder by lifting that top leg. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently make your way down. High push up and flow through your vinyasa. Long breath in and long breath out. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, look to the front of your mat, and step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, sweep it all the way up and reach. All right, hands can come to prayer. We're going to work with our eagle pose today. So for eagle, I'm going to have you start with just the arms. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms out to a T. And take that right arm underneath the left and either hug yourself or wrap the arms till palms touch. Now we always talk about having a drishti and staring at a point of focus in front of you. You still can do that even though your arms are in the way, right? So stare through them. With your in-breath, lift your elbows up to about shoulder height. With your out-breath, push those elbows towards the front of your mat. So you're trying to open up the upper back and shoulders. And then have a seat. So here, we're finding that chair pose. And then when you're ready, right leg's going to come high up and over. You can always leave that kickstand toe, or you can try to wrap. Big breath in. As you exhale, sit down as deeply as you can. Big breath in. If you want to try nesting, bring elbows to your knees. When you're ready, come right back up. You're going to unravel, sweep it high. As you exhale, come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, stay here and bow forward. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Bring your arms out to a T. Other side, left arm under your right. Hug yourself, or again, wrap the arms. Find your drishti. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, press them towards the front of your mat. Feel the opening in the upper back and shoulders. And then have a seat. The nice low chair pose. When you're ready, left leg high up and over. Again, kickstand with the toe on the ground. Or if you feel ready, you can wrap the foot. Belly is pulled in. Seat is nice and low. Big breath in. Exhale, maybe hinge, nesting your eagle. And coming right back up. Unravel, big breath in. And exhale, bring hands to your heart. So from the front of your mat, we're all going to turn to the left. And we'll come into a wide stance here for wide-legged forward fold. So toes are facing forward, maybe even slightly pigeon-toed in towards one another. And I'm going to have you bring your hands behind your back as if you're putting your hands in your pockets of your jeans. So a little support for the lower back. But I want you to squeeze those elbows together. That allows you to open the heart, and it also will force you to lead with your heart as you make your descent. So keeping gaze lifted and heart open, gently begin to hinge at the hip. And then once you get down there, hands can come down, and you can round into this, trying to bring your forehead down towards the earth. If you have headstand or any inversion you're working with, you can feel free to come into that. If you're not quite there or you're not in the mood, you can always bring your hands in between your legs and just walk them back behind you in order to deepen this forward fold. And again, try to coax the crown of your head down. Maybe shake your head out, yes and no. Drawing breath in and out. Long breath in and a long breath out. Gently make your way so that your hands are back under your heart. We'll leave our left hand down. Bring our right hand to our sacrum. This is just to check in that our hips are still level and that we're not shifting our hips over to the right, which is the tendency when we twist open. So keeping those hips nice and level, twist open by reaching that right arm to the sky. If you want to take this twist a little deeper, you can bring that right arm behind your back for a bind, hooking the back of your fingers around your side body. Big breath in and a long breath out. You can take these twists also with a block on your lower back, and that will make sure that you're not allowing your hips to do that shift to the side that happens sometimes. All right, let's gently release and swap it out. Right hand comes down, left hand to your lower back, your sacrum. Make sure it's nice and level and begin to twist open, reaching that left arm to the sky. Big breath in and twist as you breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Gently release. Both hands down now, keeping your spine nice and long. Soften your knees more than you think you should, and maybe bring your hands to your thighs as you gently rise up. Let's come into a quick goddess pose from here. So toes will now turn out, and you're going to start to walk your feet out as wide as you can. Hand on your belly, hand on your lower back, just to make sure that tailbone points right down as you begin to sink lower. Hands come to prayer. From here, we're going to lift one heel at a time. So lift the right heel and the left heel. Lift the right heel and the left heel. Right and left. Right and left. The other option is to do both together and down. Both together and down. So it's either alternating left and right, or you can do them both together. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you got it, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Turn those toes forward. Sweep those arms all the way up. And hands will come to your heart center. Beautiful job. You can step that left foot back to meet the right. We're going to turn to face the front now. We will take one more balancing posture, which is tree pose and or figure 4 pose. So your options this morning, you can take traditional tree, which is to bring that right foot to the inside of the left leg, either leaving the toe on the ground or bringing it up to the calf or to the thigh, trying not to bring any pressure onto the knee. You can take a figure 4, which is a deeper hip opener, by crossing your right ankle on top of your left thigh and bringing your hands again to heart center. You'll begin to lower your hips. So if you're taking that figure 4, you want to flex that right foot and you want to try to bring your elbows to the front of that pigeon leg. This is very much like half pigeon. And maybe you can bring your hands down in front of you, or maybe you bring blocks down to the floor. And sit as deeply as you can. You will feel this in the outer right hip. Okay? Or you can, again, just stick with your traditional tree pose. Wherever you are, taking some long, deep breaths in and out. Finding a quiet mind and a peaceful meditation here. You will gently make your way onto 2 feet once more as you're ready. And we'll take either tree or a figure 4 on the left side. So if you're taking that figure 4, your left ankle is crossing on top of right thigh. Keeping hands in prayer, you'll begin to have a seat. Again, that left foot is flexed. And you're going to start to bring the hips down, maybe hooking the elbows around the front of that leg. You're also actually creating a bind with that left foot against your upper arm. This is the beginning of an arm balance. If you have that arm balance, you can certainly take it. You would be leaning forward and flying that right leg behind you on this side. Again, finding your quiet, peaceful breath and meditation here in tree or figure 4. And as you're ready, you'll gently release to stand back on 2 feet once more. Let's gently separate our feet a little bit wider than hips width. Release our arms down and shake everything out side to side here. Okay. We'll all meet at the front of our mat, bringing 2 feet together, big toes touch. Sweep the arms above you, inhale, and exhale, bow forward. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step it back, flowing through one last vinyasa, or we can meet in down dog, your choice. Gently lift that right leg high. You're going to bring it to the outside of that right hand. So we're taking lizard today. You're going to drop that back knee down and bring the top of the left foot to the floor. So both hands are to the inside of that right foot, and you're going to roll onto the outside edge of that right foot if it feels okay to increase the opening of the hip. If you can, maybe come down on your forearms, maybe bringing blocks underneath. And just trying to settle in here for a few breaths. So there's always that balance in yoga throughout our entire practice of effort and ease. And we're often exerting effort in places we don't need to. So just check in, make sure that you are soft through the shoulders, through the neck, and also through the face, right? If you have a really strong expression on the face and it's telling you that you're uncomfortable, I want you to try to move into a different posture or a different version of this posture until you feel like you can release any tension or tightness or discomfort. One more breath. We're going to come back up onto the hands now. And you can sweep that right leg all the way back by tucking the toes on the left foot and sweeping that leg high. Let's just take a quick bend of the knee to open up the hip. And then we'll gently come back to our down dog. Let's take that on the other side. Left leg sweeps up. And that left foot comes to the outside of that left hand. Drop the right knee down, top of the right foot on the floor. And again, if you're able to roll open that left foot so that it's on the outside edge, do that. Maybe bring some blocks under the forearms. If you can come all the way down to the floor on the forearms, that's totally a-okay, as long as, again, you're not feeling any discomfort or too much pulling. Breathe here. We'll take one more breath. Now, as you're ready, you'll press yourself back up onto the hands, and we'll sweep that left leg all the way back up, tucking the right toes, and maybe bend the knee, open up the hip. From your down dog, you're just going to elephant walk your feet to the front. So that just means you're keeping your arms and legs straight, and you're going to take that little elephant walk. And let's bring our hips down, and we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. So here on our backs, we'll take a a beautiful supine twist. We'll start with the right leg. So bring that right leg into your chest, hugging that knee in by interlacing your fingers just below the knee. You're going to flex that left foot too, as if you're standing on it. And then reach that right arm out to the right. Take a deep breath in and draw the right knee across your body to the left, keeping your gaze over at that right hand. Big breath in and long breath out. In breath and out breath. One more inhale and exhale. As you're ready, you're going to roll yourself back to center. We'll swap out our legs. Right leg down the mat, left knee comes in. Give it a good squeeze. Flexing both feet. And getting ready for your twist. Right hand on that left knee and left arm out to the left. We'll bring that knee across the body. Gaze goes to the left hand. Big breath in and out. Few more breaths here. Using the air to fill up and create space. And the exhale to deepen the twist. As you're ready, you'll gently make your way back through center. Let's bring both knees up into our chest now. Give yourself a squeeze. And just rock gently side to side. You can bring your feet down now, and you can take a block and bring it underneath the sacrum. We're coming into our inversion from here. So pressing the feet down into the earth, you'll take your block underneath your tush and lift those legs up nice and high. If you have a favorite inversion that's not waterfall, you can take anything else. So maybe shoulder stand or headstand. I will caution you, if going into shoulder stand, you want to make sure that the weight is actually in the shoulders and there's no weight on the neck. In waterfall, you can also reach your arms up. Sometimes that feels nice. And if you have any desire to kind of move the feet or the hands around, rock out the ankles and the wrists, you can do that. And then eventually we'll find some stillness here. And allow your breath to just be easy. Easy in and out. As you're ready, you'll bring your feet down and your arms, if they're lifted. Set aside your block. And maybe just bring the feet wide out to the edges of your mat. And we'll gently drop the knees together, side to side, to the left and to the right. Just a very gentle side to side motion here. And then choosing your favorite place to land for final Shavasana. Maybe that's legs down the mat, or maybe that is soles of the feet coming together, allowing your knees to drop out, Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined bound angle. And again, scanning the body, noticing if there's any tension or tightness. Allow the shoulders to soften. Allow the belly to be soft. And rest. Please take your time in final Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Mystic Fitness. We love you guys. Namaste.